Hey, thanks for tuning in today. So I went for a run with a marathon legend. We didn't run the same race, but it actually is fun when you do run a marathon that you're competing against all these incredible people. You can just say that you ran the race with them. This was more of a metaphorical run, but it was in the Nike Run Club app. And so if you haven't got this app, it's a free app. I love the Nike running app. There's like a lot of guided runs. You can play music over the top of it. Every kilometer or so you get feedback that comes to you. It's just really engaging. And sometimes when I do go for like a 60-minute run, I just don't want to be playing music. I don't want to listen to a podcast, but I find the good combination is playing a guided run and then throwing my own music on the top. And so when I was picking this run, it's a 60-minute run and it's with Coach Bennett, who again, in the world of the Nike running app, he is like definitely revered. He's got a really great Instagram profile and just really down to earth, but also very motivating. And what I love actually about Coach Bennett's approach is that he always tells you to start the run and just go slow, just start slow, go slow, and you really ease into it. He's very encouraging and will definitely keep you going and give you those time updates. But definitely, as a way to ease into running, I highly recommend this app. Anyway, Coach Bennett jumped on a 60-minute guided run with Eliud Kipchoge, who is a Kenyan long-distance runner, born in 1984, so he's a year younger than me. And he's a two-time Olympic champion for the marathon in 2016 and 2020. He ran Berlin in 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds. And so to get to that, like, let's just put that into context. To run just over a 2-hour marathon, that's 42 kilometers. You are running every kilometer in 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Oh my goodness. That is so fast. Like, I can't even run 1 kilometer at that pace. I struggle to even run the kilometer in less than 5 minutes. So this guy is incredible. And a fun fact is that the reason he took up marathon running, which is what he shared in this guided run, is because he couldn't qualify for Kenya for the 5 kilometers. And his personal best for the 5 minutes is 12 minutes, 46 seconds. That is so fast. So by the time he's finished a park run, I'm not even at the halfway point. Unbelievable. Anyway, as you're running along, listening to this conversation between Coach Bennett and Kipchoge, you just pick up a few really great phrases that really also apply to life as well that I wanted to share with you on today's show. One thing that Kipchoge shares is that running is physical, but the most important movement happens in the mind. So true. And like, I remember, shout out to Petra. I've mentioned her a few times on the show, but when I did my Gold Coast Marathon last year, I got to the 40 kilometer mark and I was like, okay, once I get to 40 Ks, I am just walking. I am completely shattered here. But then Petra came along and starts running it with me, gets me out of my own head. And I'm like, okay. And I just like continue to run, even though I was hurting so much. But if she hadn't showed up, I would have convinced myself that walking was okay, when in reality, I could have kept running, and I demonstrated that just by getting outside of my own mind. So it is very true. I would reckon a lot of this stuff related to endurance sport, it's all in the mind, to be honest. And that's what you're training for a lot of the time on your long runs. When you're doing a marathon, you're training for over 3 hours, 3.5 hours. There's a certain point where you actually don't really make gains in your physical health. Sometimes it's actually probably worse to run for longer. But what you are doing is training your mind. You're training maybe the boredom. You're training yourself to keep your form going. Not that I'm here to give you running advice, but that's just been my experience as well. What Kipchoge also shares in this guided run is to run with the run. So stop resisting the discomfort and actually lean into it. Like, run with it, run through it. To stop resisting the discomfort and to lean into it. What he shares that it doesn't get any easier, but we do get better at showing up. What I also loved about this episode is like, you look at someone like him who's just an absolute weapon, so fast, just unbelievably fit. And he's like, I don't like to leave my cozy warm bed in the morning either. And he just does it. You get faster, you get stronger, but then you will end up pushing yourself as well. What I love that he shares is that running actually, he thinks, is a team sport. Anytime he meets a runner around the world, we've got something in common. We're all in it together. Now, outside of this podcast, something that Kipchoge shared before is that he says that only the disciplined ones are free in life. If you are undisciplined, you are a slave to your moods. You are a slave to your passions. I honestly hear this and I'm like, yeah, I'm undisciplined for sure, because I will definitely think about, I don't really feel like that. And that's why I actually like some of the physical challenges and signing up for things, because you have to do it. Like, there's no other choice, because if you don't do it, I just find the fear of not doing it, feeling like I'm prepared is actually worse. But when it comes to other things in life, I'm pretty like undisciplined about it. Like, I don't feel like doing that now, so I won't. And so I'm just wondering, like, how do I start being more like in other areas of life and just like showing up and doing things. And like, even with work, like something I'm just terrible at. And every time I see my accountant, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll get better at it. And I just don't do it. And I really need to start being a bit more disciplined around some things, even like administration, that type of thing. I don't enjoy it. I put it off. But if I was truly disciplined around it, that would actually set me free as well. So just to call out to you, if you are building a running habit, definitely check out this guided run. Any guided run with Coach Bennett is fantastic. It was a lovely episode. He's very softly spoken, but he's got a lot of wisdom in what he shares. And maybe ask yourself, what are you resisting right now? What would it look like to run with the run instead of fighting it? Thanks so much, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.